him. Miko. Nope, that's not it. Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I thought I told you guys for a loop. Make the Mikon instead of the boo. How is everyone? Hope you had a good day or a good night or whatever. Good evening, Zon. How you doing out there? I am both full of energy and also tired. I finally got back to using... Oh, what would you call it? It's like an exercise bike that fits underneath your desk, so like you're not actually riding a bike. You can sit in your computer chair and play your gacha games and just pedal around. So I did that for like 10 minutes while doing the Grand Blue Fantasy raid. And it was good exercise, but you know, when you stand up after you've done like you don't feel how intense the set was until the adrenaline wears off. Yeah. My tummy be hurting. We be fighting for our lives out here. Ooh, Pokemon! Nice. That's very, very, very nice. I've been seeing so much fan art for the new DLC popping up. So I did a warm-up for all the planks. Oh no, I mean... I guess you could see it that way. Yeah, it's like I did exercise, I caught up on some anime. I finally got around to starting that, what is it? 7 time loops, so it's a girl who basically gets to relive the past 5 years of her life, and because she keeps dying no matter what she does, and she's on her like 7th incarnation now, and she's engaged now to the guy who murdered her in the last time loops. It's an interesting twist on like the time travel, isekai, blah 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 blah. It sounds like there's only 2 episodes so far, and I mean it's based on a light novel, so there's a lot more to read if I'm so inclined. It sounds like she was just normal, and then suddenly something happened. And now she's like, time keeps turning back every time she dies. And no matter what job she pursues, within 5 years she'll die one way or the other, even if she doesn't get like, you know, swept up into war. So it's interesting. And I also caught up on the latest episode of Mr. Villain's Day Off, which is just like a little comedy. Very, very, very attractive alien demon guy who's like, yeah, we're gonna destroy Earth. But he refuses to work on his day off. So he runs into the good guys and he calls a truce because it's like, it's my day off. I don't want to work. Even the villains respect work-life balance. You gotta wonder what that says about like the corporations and bosses who do not respect work-life balance. If the people that are here to wipe out humanity in this show are like, yeah, we're no work on Sunday. Don't work on Sunday, don't work overtime. Sort of related to that, apparently the OST for the Devil Survivor games 1 and 2 is gonna be up on Spotify now. Atlas is really coming along to releasing their music on digital platforms. Which is a shock, because it's like, it took them how long to release Persona 5? The fact they're going all the way back to Devil Survivor is like, whoa. Not familiar with the OST? Yeah, I played the game. I don't think it was like, you know, extremely remarkable, but I don't think it was bad. So it's like, it'd be interesting just to listen to it, because it's been so long. Alright, who did the music? I don't think it was Meguro. Composer Takami Asano. Is that who I think it is? No, it's not. Okay. Oh no, that's sad. The composer for the Devil Survivor series, suddenly passed away 3 years ago. Aww. Best known for the titular theme song for the 1979 anime film Galaxy Express 999. Sag. Rest in peace, Asano-san. Your music is living on. Oh, sadly, you left us before you even hit your 70s. Who was that? Ah, okay. So, Devil Survivor 1 was composed by Takami Asano. Devil Survivor 2, Meguro worked on the 3DS OST. So it's gonna sound very Persona-like then. That's what I thought. I think the second one is technically the one that's most well known. That's the one they made an anime alpha of. Which I own the Blu-ray of. This was before Right Stuff closed down. A friend, I was doing an order with a bunch of friends because, you know, that's what Canadians do. We do like a huge group order with Right Stuff to justify the shipping costs. So, like, you know, when they did the Christmas sales, like, we would all buy, like, you know, $150 worth of anime and it would sort itself out. But apparently, when the person who was making the order was putting stuff in the cart, they saw that the Devil Survivor 2 anime was on sale for, it's like, I think, $5? As well as some Beyblade stuff, which was literally $1. So she got them for me as, like, a prank gift. Oh, the Hatsune Miku JRPG thing. I remember that. Is this the one where it was the Fire Emblem the most well-known Fire Emblem character designer? Didn't he draw her for that, if I remember correctly? No, looking at it, it's a different one then. It might have just been fan art that the artist did. I just know a long time ago there was fan art of Hatsune Miku, like, in Fire Emblem style wearing that outfit. And, like, I'm pretty sure it was one of the actual artists who works on the games. But, again, this has been so long ago that, like, I could be totally misremembering. Look, when you've been around for 400 years and you have also spent 4,000 hours on the internet, you know, everything blends together. I don't even know if the internet's been around for 4,000 hours. I just pulled it out, number out of my head just to make fun of the fact that I'm old. Yes, ripperoonie pepperoonie. What's the plan? The plan is for Phoenix right today. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going with the first game. Ideally, like in a perfect world, I would have liked to finish the original trilogy before the Apollo Justice one comes out. But the Apollo Justice one comes out next week, so we're just gonna roll with it. Technically, you don't need to, if I remember right, you don't need to have finished the first trilogy to understand the Apollo Justice stuff, because the Apollo Justice series takes place after a time skip. And there's also flashbacks within the game to explain how Phoenix got to where he currently is. Like, literally, like, there's flashback cases that you play through, so it's not like if you missed out on the original trilogy, they give you spoilers. No, like, they just outright have you play through the stuff that happened in between the games. I would love to have gotten Apollo Justice and started it and have, like, 3 new games going, but, I don't think I'm rich enough for that just yet. I made the joke about living off cup ramen. My tummy is not actually strong enough that I could survive off cup ramen for a month just to afford video games. I am pretty sure I would be like, yo guys, I'm tweeting from the hospital. I have intense stomach pain, and they're just making sure that, you know, I am just a dum-dum and ate too much bad food, and, you know, I don't have appendicitis. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense. I knew I saw something somewhere that was connected to Miku and Fire Emblem, and I mean, there's technically Fire Emblem Miku in the fact that, in Tokyo Mirage Sessions, oh my god, what's her name? The dragon girl is technically Hatsune Miku. Yeah, no problem. Happy to help with my obscure anime knowledge. Have I got a new Olivia? No, I have not. I decided to use my pick ticket, and I finally have Dark Lish. L-I-C-H. Why I can't pronounce it today, I don't know why. Yeah, there was some discord between my crews. Like, some people were saying, no, the pick ticket isn't influenced by the current banner. Other people were saying, yes, it is. So I was like, you know what? There's a whole bunch of grand characters on this banner, like, that you could spark for. I'm gonna check the ticket and see. And so I decided to go for it. Because I was like, I could wait until the Divine... Because originally I was thinking I'd use the pick ticket to get the new Divine General, since I didn't get her during the free rolls. But I'm like, you know what? Like, technically, I could use more grand characters, especially since I've been starting to get really serious about building my grids. and our lovely ghost skeleton girl's weapon is really good for Dark Grid, so I'm like, okay, I might as well. Dark United fight's not gonna be for a little bit, but I'm like, you know what, I might as well. Because I think I have all of the light grand characters except for Luo. But yeah, join the Dark Lords. Oh, Dark was always my main. Dark and Light, just yeah. My Dark Grid kind of fell off because, you know, I didn't have our favorite skeleton queen. But now I do. Because I already have Seox transcended to level 120? And I have Fediel already? And I have Bubs fully uncapped. So, you know. In theory, if I set up the grid right, I could just show up to Dark United fight when it comes and just slap the boss silly. In a perfect world. We'll see. We've got time until that, you know, comes about. Ace Attorney, why are you on the other screen? Game just decided it was gonna open on my other monitor randomly. Why? I don't know. I never open games on that monitor. Unless it's like, well, okay, sometimes I do. When I'm playing gacha games, sometimes I do. It's kind of like anything that I'm just passively looking at, like a video or something, I will put on, like, to the left of me, and then anything I'm actually focusing on goes to the right. So sometimes where a game ends up depends on whether I'm streaming it or if I'm just, like, doing whatever, doing my dailies. Alright, let's see. Oh, move that out of the way, God. I keep making jokes about needing a third monitor. Though, if I was gonna do that, I will have to get a new monitor stand so I can actually have 3 monitors. Yeah, I mean, if I put my PC on the ground, I would have space, but, I don't know. I don't know, just something about putting your PC on the ground makes me anxious. And, alright. Woo! And let me just get the audio for you guys. Oh, there we go. Oh, you have a little rolly stand. See, that's something at least. I don't know. Having the PC on the ground makes me think of, I'm like, but my cat's dragged cat litter all over the place. What if cat litter gets in the fans? Like, gets inside the PC case? Like, all that stuff, I'm just like, But that's the anxiety talking. At some point, I may be forced to do the rolly thing like you do, Zon. We'll see. Oh my god, yeah. Mine, it's a clear case, but it has... The front of it has, it's kind of like a lattice work thing, so like it's super easy for me to use compressed air to dust the fan, because it's like, you know, you just put it at an angle and it all blows out the gaps. But then I'm like, but that means litter and fur and stuff can get in easily too. Oh my god. Which day 3 trial? Was that the latest one? This is the only downside to me keeping so many saves is sometimes I don't save in like a sequential order and then it's like, oh, which is the latest save? Alright, so that's the 4th, 21, 23. That's probably it. Correct, okay. Alright. Day 3 trial, I think. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we just came back from a recess. Witness? Please testify to the court about everything that you saw. Alright, so, I was like, what happened before, you know, the court went on break? So, our buddy Edgeworth was about to be, convicted, like he was actually charged guilty. But the judge, ended up delaying carrying out the verdict because our other friend, Larry Butts, kind of burst onto the scene going, hey, actually, you know what? I was at the lake that night. I am no witness. You can't convict Edgeworth until, like, you've heard from me. So they had a recess while, you know, the prosecution prepped the witness, blah, 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 and now here we are. On the night of December 24th. You know, Christmas Eve. Right! Leave it to me! Oh boy. Please, Larry! Don't mess this one up! I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance! Oh man. The life of a man is hanging on the line, and it's all up to the Butts. But Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. Just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Well, we can, hopes and prayers. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Just one gunshot, huh? That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yeah, Your Honor. You got it, 10-4, Roger. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry! I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. I mean, he's, Edgeworth's already been convicted, technically. Like, there's... Only worse you could do is get him an even worse sentence. The night I was out on the lake... Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I went in until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something and I found it. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Oh my god, Van Karmer's saving Larry's dignity. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. So surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So you slip the boat back. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I think I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around, 12. Yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face! I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. I mean, to be fair, if it was pitch black, you weren't using your flashlight to look at your watch, you wouldn't know. Just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang! Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know? Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order! 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 Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay. No problem. That's just the most important part. Huh. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess you should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Oh, Maya. Alright. What do we gotta work with here? Sometime on the 24th or 25th, shot from a meter away. Taken at 12:15. Shows an empty lake. Oh! I wonder. I'm trying to think, because I feel like this photo is something we need to present. But it's like, where in the testimony should we? I guess we just... No! Uh-oh. Whoops. One bang. Okay. Is it the gun? Because it fired 3 times? No. Uh-oh. We ain't doing great today. No! Crap. Maybe Lotus? Oh my god! I love this series, but sometimes they really nitpick on what you use and where. Oh, wait a second, Larry. Oh, what? You only heard one bang, you're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please! Huh? Something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a I'm like a customer here, so you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Hell no! Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Maya, don't eat Maya. She is not for eating. If I see any dinosaurs around Maya, they get the beat stick. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude! With my headphones. What?! Order, and stop that booing! Mr. Butts? What? You were listening to a radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio! Everybody listens to the radio! What's the big ideal? I mean, everybody uses iPods? I think you mean? Who listens to the radio? Especially a portable radio with headphones. Like, what is this, the 80s? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? It's alright, Mr. Dinosaur. I know you mean well, but still, do not eat Maya. Humans are friends, not food. Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? I mean, we literally got no other options. Continue. Your Honor, please allow the little witness to continue his testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. I mean, Larry kind of does this to himself, but also poor Larry. All his friends, like, secretly think the worst of him. What Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. I don't want to relate to this guy. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like you're just making things worse for yourself. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. you were listening to your radio? At a high volume? You're gonna go deaf, my dude. Yeah? What's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem is here. He does not. Judge. Can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. I mean, drums and guns sound very different. I don't even think you could mistake heavy metal drums for a gunshot, but okay. Related, though, there was one time where I actually had to stop listening to an anime OST song because it kept jump scaring me. In one of the tracks in the Durarara anime in season 1, there's like a lot of like sounds that sounds like hammers banging. Some electronic music uses some crazy samples. Yeah, that's exactly it. So I can't remember which song exactly on the soundtrack it was, but it was when like the scene was supposed to be very tense. And so some of the noises in it made me think there was like there was someone behind me. So yeah, like it's possible that Larry heard something like a gunshot while listening to the radio, but it would not have been a drum beat. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Objection! Wait, Your Honor! The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? Sir, this is like 2024. You can't tell me you don't know what a DJ is, even if you are an old man. You were probably at the disco in the 70s when DJing first was becoming a thing. An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. You know, a disc jockey. Anyway. What this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Well, very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. I don't think Larry can either. What Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request radio show. Yep, I was listening to it real booming loud like, but I'm sure I heard the gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying. Alright, what was he saying? What did she say? Was it a girl? You know what, it doesn't matter. The DJ's gender doesn't matter. Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could come from knowing what a radio DJ said to us? Oh no. What a radio DJ Oh, okay, now I get it. That is just a really awkwardly written sentence. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? I think we needed some extra punctuation in there. I thought they typoed, do us instead of to us. Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care! We should care, Your Honor, of course we should! Why? Well, how do we know if you don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot." And here it is, guys. The most famous meme to take over your timelines this holiday season and every holiday season. Are you sure? Of course I am. You said she... Larry, don't talk. Huh. Literally, Larry's like, she had a sexy voice. I would never forget what she said. Okay, Larry. I mean, you're valid, I'm sure. But come on now. Alright. Now, what was a piece of evidence we need? Two gunshots after midnight. Okay. I'm gonna save. Because I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning, and I'm a little afraid of because if we mess up twice, it's game over. Yes! Larry, are you actually sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor? Did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed. And here we go. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the two testimonies we've heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! 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 Fries and a burger. Number three combo. Fries and a burger. Your order is up. Customer 367. The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him! Suspicious! What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim? And this is when the photo is relevant. Show us evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lana Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24, 11:50 p.m. Oh. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ah! Correct! There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that this is the case. Katsu! Great balls of fire! Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between each. What? Why would that be? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear! I took my allergy medication. Well, Mr. Wright? There's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. Isn't it the fact the gun was fired 3 times? This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Can you tell me that? Can you tell me that? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! 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 Fries and a milkshake. Fries and milkshake. Order number 25. That one makes sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, I hate when the judge says however. This leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly! If this is true, then there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Like, why? Why, I ask you? Why? Like, what do you want from me, my dude? Uh-oh. I better think of something quick. Yeah. Wait a second! Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah! What? What? Why are you screaming? What's wrong? I have it! I have it! Eureka! Huh? What the heck is Eureka? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course. What about it? The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Could you be any more confusing, Nick? Maya! Yeah? What? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it. Okay? I mean, is this safe? Like, you're the one making me question all of this, buddy. Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We got nothing to lose. Except your dignity and maybe your career, but you know what? All the power to you, Phoenix. You just watch and let me know if anything I say sounds fishy, okay? Okay? Okay, sure. Whatever you say. Your Honor? Yeah? What? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. It's a very bold proclamation. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisku. So, you finally realized the truth? I don't like what your implication is. There could be no other murderer here that night than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. Okay, and the defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. So you say... The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, who said anything about suicide? I'm not arguing for suicide. When in the world did I mention self-termination? The guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. No, it doesn't. What if he faked his death? What if he just fired shots into the lake and then fell off the boat and then, you know, he got murdered later? It is hard to imagine any other possibility. I guess. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. Timestamp on the photo says 00:15. But Larry heard a shot 15 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. It's a little... Sorry guys, the air's a little dry in here. It's a little awkward. Ha 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 ha. The third shot, it was you. You're the murderer? Judge! The bad guy's a dinosaur! Explain who the two men in the boat are. Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer! After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Okay. What? Are you serious? Of course I am. Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. I have a theory, if you will. A murderer theory. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Is it though? Is it though? Mr. Wright? Tell us the name of the murderer then. Oh, that is, well... You know, the murderer's name, right? It's... I'm pretty sure we have to say we don't know. Me? Heck no! Why would it be me? You know that's slander, right? You know that's a crime? I'll see you in court. Actually... My jacket's red from blood? Is that really what you think? Come on now. My jacket's red because I belong to the Slifer Red Dorms from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. It's a... Oh, uh-huh. Okay. I guess my jacket's about to say 3 then. You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time! Obelisk Dorm? I knew you were suspicious! I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he's the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Yeah, you know, you can kill someone not on a boat, you know? Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot somebody? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on a boat? Come on now, Judge, get with the program. Then when did the murder... Where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. Click here. Nothing's happening. That way, he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Larry's having a bit of a time out there. At night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for... something. He finds it and returns the boat. What a nice guy. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. Boom! He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop! What happened that night on Gordon Lake? That's a great question. Please tell the court from the beginning. Sure! Gordy 2024. You're planning on being an an unidentified mystery animal? No. Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. Maybe? Alright then. But that night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. What a face. That was around 11:50. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond, just like that. All you need to do to steal someone's identity is just take their clothes. Then he got in the boat with Edward and went out into the middle of the lake. Then, who fired the pistol on the boat? The caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose. minute. Yeah. Yeah? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details! Details! Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Yay! Violence! Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. Bang! That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look out at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that. Next, the murderer waits a bit, and he fires again. Bang! Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in that boat behind. I see! I think. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. I see. Brilliant! The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. Of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Alright. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. He's a surprisingly good swimmer. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. Yam. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Well, this is a little awkward. Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before! The boat shop caretaker, quickly! Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Okie dokie. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yeah? Well? Where did you go that night? I am not speaking well tonight, I'm sorry. Why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Your Honor? Sir? Bailiff? We are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't in the boat shop either. How did you check his place so fast, though? Like... What? What should I do? Find him, quickly! We can't allow him to get away! Well, it looks like we've got a murderer on the loose. Good job, everybody. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared! A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him. And I want to know who he is. Maybe you could have phrased that a little less sussy? But okay. Very well. Court is adjourned. Bonk. Yay, Nick, you did it! Pew, 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 pew. Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under the guilty verdict. We gotta take those victories where we get them, no matter how small. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time like this. Yeah, understandable. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? What? Did you say something? Yeah, I asked you to marry me. Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. Oh. What do you mean? Right? There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you. To get it off my chest, but... I was joking about the proposal thing, Edgeworth. You don't need to take it so seriously, like... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime? A memory of a murder. Alright, see you next week! Imagine this was a TV show, there would have been riots with like a cliffhanger like that. What is this cliffhanger, right? What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A flash... this is just like an anime, flashing back to something that happened just 5 minutes ago. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. We need our episode start recap. You know what? You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry, script writers. I did not take that into consideration. I hope y'all can forgive me. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he never takes someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everybody doing? I can't read the room for shit. What do you think of my performance today? Praise me, praise me, praise me, praise me. I had him swooning in the aisles. Oh, Maya. Swooning? Me? Oh. Yeah, I do remember feeling faint. Right on, tell me the truth. It was love on first sight, right? Right? I'm just so desperate I would date a 17-year-old. Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Oh, well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I thought I was gonna have to go for an ECG out at the hospital. I think you can do better than that. I could certainly do better than you, yes. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude! Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, need I remind you this is private property? My private property? And I could have you thrown out on your ass? Is that what you want? Is that what you want, Larry? Think real hard about that, buddy. Whoops, wrong button. Hey! No, stop. There we go. Today's trial. Larry, you really helped us out in the trial today, unfortunately. You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick. That bow shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood. Kuki Yominai. He can't read the room. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But where I was saying Edgy seemed pretty... edgy. I mean... can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Bruh. Nick? And whoa? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and... Who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? I mean, I was just so desperate for attention, I just kinda, you know. Poor Maya, right? Don't worry, Maya, you are much more useful 95% of the time. This is just, you know, a particular circumstance. Huh! Enough with the silent treatment. Nick? Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait. Was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles, and Larry. They saved me. And I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Huh. Well, I mean, it was the 4th grade. That was like a good 10, 14 years ago. Huh. Okay, Nick, out with it! I'm going to hear this story today. And that's final! Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. Alright, don't get bored. And no, you can't go get popcorn, that's rude. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial? What is this, Danganronpa? Man was about to be pancaked. And by pancaked, I mean literally turned into a pancake. You remember, Larry? Spring? End of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, the kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh. I see. I'm homeschooled. I don't know what that means. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh! Yeah, now that you mention that, I do remember. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. Damn. Victim of circumstance. So, they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Jesus Christ. Children are terrifying. Trial? Like, what anime was on TV back then that influenced them? So the next day we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant. And the teacher just went along with this. Apparently. I didn't do it, Guilty! You did it! Guilty! It was you! Guilty! Get the money back! You're such a meanie! No one play with him! Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! Damn. Literally escalated to, did you rob the bank the other day? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. Damn, and even the teacher. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. Aw, look at him. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. Yeah, literally, they just, like, lined Phoenix up at the front of the class and just yelled at him. You should all be ashamed, amateurs! Now I wonder what 4th grader would call people amateurs. Miles? Look at this tryhard wearing a bow tie and suit! I have no idea if he only wore this because he knew it was going to be the class trial today, or this is just what he always wore to school. Then you shouldn't have to apologize if you did steal my money. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. We don't need proof? Why don't you all just shut up? Ah, look at this little rascal. This is always how it is, everybody. Gaining up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. Literally, this is what you should have done at the beginning. It's $38. Like, you're never gonna get the kid who did steal it to admit they stole it. So just make it very clear. Punish the whole class. And, like, just get on with it. Like... And by punish the whole class, I mean, like, you all have to go out and clean the yard or something like that. Not like you all don't get to have recess until the guilty person says they did it. Like, that doesn't work. That just makes everyone choose one kid and try and force them to admit it, even when it's not true. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. Larry, what a great guy. Imagine having a formative memory moment with two friends that, and they're people you still know into adulthood. Like, Phoenix and Larry lost touch with Edgeworth, but Nick has been friends with Larry for like 15 years. Imagine not remembering such an important moment. Like, totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah. Well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, then they would have thought I'd done it. You are very much more the likely culprit, yes. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. After the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard that his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad! It was several years later when I heard Edward's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Sheesh! Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimony, covering up the facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. Yeah, funny, people can change in like 15 years. Except for you, Larry. Apparently you're just as much of a shit as you were at 10 as you are at like 24. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. Aww! So Nick still cared even though Edwards tried to like put everything behind him. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To talk to a boy? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Damn, bitch. This crush is out of control. Edwards believed in me, and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. It's so funny to replay this game because, yeah, the entire fandom makes jokes about Phoenix and Edgeworth being, boyfriends or, like, liking each other, and it's like, yeah, ha 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 ha, ship the two boys together, and then you play this case again, and you're like, you know what? No matter how you slice it or dice it, Edgeworth means a lot to Nick, like an extreme amount. Like, I am pretty sure there are people married to their spouse who would do less for them than Nick has done for Edgeworth. Like, whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except, I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh my god, the first case wasn't pro bono! Larry skipped on the lawyer bill. Aw, Nick! 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 We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right, it very well might be. Classic Larry. Classic Larry. First, there's that rent-a-boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. What do you mean, what? I mean, I'm pretty sure he's human, Maya. I'd settle for who? I guess I can clean some of this evidence I no longer need. Just Phoenix just throwing evidence in the trash. Just, don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. Okay, let's go. Alright, later, Larry. I would ask you to stay and answer my phone calls. but you would probably get all my clients to fire me as their attorney, so do not touch anything. And in fact, I'm kicking you out right now. Okay, where do we start? Sure, detention center. Oh, hi there! You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth? I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh! Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, did you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous! Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So, simple. To a fault, even. You can say pure. Well, maybe, yeah. I think you've changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. I love that reaction. They have a great dynamic. Playing the whole series is interesting because even when Edgeworth isn't, because they have different prosecutors in every game to kind of like change things up. So even when Edgeworth isn't in the spotlight as much anymore, you still get to see how he and Nick's dynamic develop as they age. It's great. Literally, it's just like whenever they're in a pinch and they need backup, they call each other. It's great. Why prosecute? Hey, Edgeworth. Why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me. You want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right? But I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes. A man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. Hey, babu! Picnic box good? He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hanman. On that day, 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. I mean, yeah, you can get brain damage from oxygen deprivation, but you don't recover from that. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. Damn convenient anime amnesia strikes again? It does seem to show up quite a lot, doesn't it? I started to hate defense attorneys. But you don't hate me, right? Right? Prosecutor Van Karma. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. Ah! So he's the one who taught you how to forge evidence. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? I don't know about that. In all the cases he was taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. I mean, Japan has a 99% conviction rate. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspects guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. I mean... It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. Just a little. No kidding. It's a tough life there. Whoops. Alright. Do we have anything else to present? Nope. File on the case. Oh, apparently we're not allowed to show him a photo of the crime scene to try and get him to talk about it, okay. Fine. It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 12th, the statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. I mean, understandable. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, he's, you know... He really went through it. Whoops. Wrong button! Alright. Is there anything else we can show? That might be it for now. Okay. Let's... Roseburg? He's the one we get all the DL6 info from. He's out. Again. When does he work anyway? Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back. Oh, well. I kinda suspected as much, but... Alright. Hi, Edgeworth. Bye, Edgeworth. Hey, pal! Long time no see! It's been like... 4 hours! Oh! Detective Gumshoe! What's up? today, huh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. You what? Bro, that's not... I don't think you're right? You're not supposed to be able to snap, like, you're not supposed to be able to snap cloth. Rip it, sure. Tear it, sure, but snap? Sorry about that. No prob, pal, thanks to you, we know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scandal in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. Oh, okay. It's my duty as a police officer. You're a good guy, my dude. You're a good guy. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal! And there he goes. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Whoa! What? No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. Yes, there was that giant, no camping sign, wasn't there? He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. Fair enough. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Skull jokes. Come shit. I mean, they both kind of, you know, they're both kind of riding the short end of the stick of life. They would both hate to be compared to each other, but they are both more similar than just similar in some ways. Alright, bye. Okay, no, wait, move. Move, we want to move. Okay, so we can't go to the woods. But we can go here. Larry's not gonna be here, but... Huh? The steel eyesore is missing! Oh my god. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. I mean... probably not a bad thing. Alright. And from here, we can finally go to the boat shop. That old caretaker got away. Yup. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. No? Really? He did set off any alarm bells? Like, not even the fact that his burn knew about the DL6 incident? Like, that didn't make you suspicious at all? I know that clear enough to throw it anywhere! Ah ha ha ha! hello! What might you be doing here? I could ask you the same question, bucko. Out for a walk? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon you see. Mr. Grossberg! This is no time for idle reminiscing! Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow! Yes, that is true. Yes. But from what I saw in today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not so sure. You're gonna have to run that by me again, kid. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? He's the villain. He's the real bad guy, I'm calling it. Oh, Polly's here by herself. Someone should take on the parrot. Nobody's home. Hello! Hey, it's Polly! I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello! I can't believe you ran off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello! Yeah, that's a pretty nasty thing to do. Especially since parrots really get attached to their owners and they live, like, 80 years. So yeah, if you abandon your pet parrot, they will absolutely hold a grudge. Supposedly. Alright. Yes. Someone needs to clean up that paper. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aww. But hey! It keeps it locked, right? So there must be something important in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. Excuse me. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick! Why would Edgeworth's name be on here? I mean, what do you think? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Oh boy. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. Oh. So, I mean, the caretaker is the murderer, but someone set him up for it. How to kill Robert Hammond and Fraven Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice? This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here. In perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know. But it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And why would you write it in your own handwriting that could be identified? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. It's our only clue, apparently. Alright. Is there anything else? Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick? You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. I don't think the bird's, that bent out of shape. Oh my god. Let's try Grossberg now. Nope. Okay. He's not back from his walk yet, fair enough. Criminal affairs it is. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh! Really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. Shouts something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Oh, good luck, Gumshoe. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Okay, go. That is what I'm working on. Can I show him the letter? Edgeworth? See this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant who got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So, he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men. Meaning myself and Robert Hammond? It also says this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident? Wait, that old man. What? Yogi? Could he be Yogi? Yogi? Like the picnic bear? The suspect in the DL6 incident, Maya. The one who was found innocent. Yanni Yogi. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Oh boy. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long. It felt like forever. air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. I mean, elevators aren't like airtight. Air should be able to come in through the crack in the door, but... Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen! That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring at the ceiling. In court, Yanni's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent. Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right? Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder? I think the time has come to tell it all. Uh-oh. The nightmare. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing. About my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! I want to get out! I want to get out! Help! 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 Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen! I can't breathe! You're using up all my air! What? Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Damn, I mean, the temporary insanity claim was not that far off. What? What are you? Stop breathing my air! No, father! He's attacking father! Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. I have some questions about the safe. Did no one teach gun safety? Or, I guess, like, not gun safety. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, was the safety not on this gun when throwing it really set it off like that? I don't know. I guess it's believable. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. I imagine getting shot is quite painful. A scream that has run in my ears for the past 15 years. But, that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. I mean... if it was a dream, you had to get it from somewhere, but... But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut down memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? Don't go down that road, man. Once you start thinking that, if you think about it that way, the letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yoki was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth? You can't mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. Oh, this is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do. Like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about DL6. Right, I guess now it's time we go talk to Grossberg. Mr. Grossberg! Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding! I can't believe you're not! Just calm down and tell me what happened, huh? It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream! Only a dream! I wonder... What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? Oh. Well... Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No, I don't believe it! Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Let's see. Gregory Edgeworth. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, BFA. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karmer's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karmer is an extreme man. Forged testimonies are nothing to him. As the result, he has a perfect win record. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. I The spirit medium. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Faye. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet, Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? Quotation marks? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. I mean, we're talking about ghosts and stuff. Alright, sent. Oh ho! So this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Yeesh. Huh? His own sake? That's what he said. He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? I mean, there's a someone pointed out that Japanese defense attorneys, IRL, they don't argue to get someone innocent, they argue for a lesser sentence, because the assumption is if there's enough evidence to get you brought to trial, you have to be guilty, unquestionably. So it makes sense why him. It's like, yeah, I'm just trying to make myself look good. Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially, he was ruined. Huh? I mean, he was still a murderer, and they believed he was crazy, like... You'll understand soon enough. Wait! What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Von Karma? Huh. Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Huh? Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it! Again, why would you handwrite instructions for a murder? I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means... The one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Good question. Prosecutor von Karma. If it truly is von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles had accidentally killed his own father. Oh dear. They'll say as much in court tomorrow, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no! But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet, I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court. And Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. I thought they were gonna go with unscathed. Gregory versus Manfred. What happened in the trial? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Oh, so Von Karma got a penalty. It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. People really kill for stuff like that? Unfortunately, Maya. Unfortunately. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Well, that's rather convenient. He doesn't seem like someone who would care about his mental health, let alone his own. Vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea? Or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe! Have you been to Europe, Maya? You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. He wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Our Karma is going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick! Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you! I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Okay. Maybe... There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. Yes, it's me. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again? Well, now, I can't just have anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Uh-oh. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had the time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. He's probably hiding in the shelves. Like, let's be real. Huh? One of the drawers is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases. Evidence. Huh. Unsolved cases? Nick! The file for DL6! It's completely empty! What? What are you doing in here? Oh my god! We haven't seen this man from the front at all. Go back to your 3/4 profile, please. Von Karma! You! How do you know my name? What? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Meatless things to be crushed. Oh, okay. Alright. He's only used to seeing us from 3/4. Oh my god, you're right. He's like, wait, you have a nose? I didn't know you had a nose. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father. Always second rate. Damn, bitch. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is... why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. I mean, I guess so, but it is kind of suspicious. Tomorrow's trial? Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? Something like that. You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then clearly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. Right. So, Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court. What a dick! Now, I believe it is time to do one of the most stupid things ever done in video games, if I remember how this goes. Mr. Von Karma. Have a look at this. I'm showing you proof of what you've done. In this empty room with no witnesses, no windows, and only one door. I'm a frickin' genius. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him call that name? This could only go well for sure, right? Like, the very first time I figured out that's what you had to do, I was like, there's no way! That's like the dumbest thing you could do. That's apparently what you're supposed to do! He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admitted maybe Yanni was gonna use this as blackmail, get some money. You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. It's very nice of you. Like, honestly, much appreciated. You know, at this age, my legs, walking a lot's kind of tough. So, yeah, thanks a lot. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? What? Nick? What is that? A stun gun for defense. Usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000! Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it. Usually. Now, give me the letter. Oh boy. Well, Maya did her best. But Maya! Out of my way! Okay, bye! Game over! Oh, he got us. The letters. Gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Why did no one think to make a photocopy of this thing? Like, why y'all carrying original evidence on you? Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya! Is she okay? Surely the records room has a camera, right? I think in the next case, they establish the evidence room, like where like the evidence lockers are, has a camera. I don't think this assault comes up at any point in this trial, though. I don't think Von Karma ever actually gets held. At least not, like, as far as we know. I don't think he ever got taken to trial for assaulting us. Maya, is she okay? Maya! Technically, Maya should be fucked right up because she's smaller. Maya, open your eyes! Maya! The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could. But one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Maya, you're 17. Please give yourself some slack. Not even now, when we need her the most. wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first, or maybe you should call an ambulance. You both just got electrocuted. Like, your hearts might not be working properly after that. You might want to go to the hospital. Maya! She's holding something. What is this? A bullet? DL6 incident. Evidence number 6. Number 7, sorry. Taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. The murder bullet, I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Still bears clear ballistic markings. Ah! So we can figure out what gun it was. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. For now, though, we're gonna have to wrap it up here, because I think the conclusion to this one is rather long. But yeah. Oh my god. Maya, what have ye all done? Really, we should not have jumped that man. We really should not have shown him. We have evidence. God. For someone that passed the bar exam and is a practicing lawyer by the age of 24, Phoenix Wright isn't very smart, is he? That was a good one? Thank you! I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun doing voices with this one. I was really getting into it at certain points. It was good. It was good fun. Sometimes I actually watch back my VODs and I go, yeah, that was a good session. I think this will be one of those. This has been a series of poor decisions, honestly. Like, yeah, he's like, yeah, Yogi, burn this note after you read it. But he also wrote it in his own handwriting. Instead of, you know, cutting and pasting it from, like, newspapers like every other person in the world would have. Ah, terrible. But yeah, next time we will go in last day in trial. We gotta prove Edgeworth's innocence not just once, but twice. We gotta prove he didn't do it this time, and he did do it 15 years ago. But then after that, there's just one more case, and we will finish the first Phoenix Wright game. Yes. It's always fun to shuffle on through these. No matter how many times I play these games, they've been great fun for me. And I'm glad you guys have been enjoying them too. Alright, tomorrow we are going back to Famicom Detective Club. We're doing more mystery solving. Last time, I don't think we did very much because, that was when my capture card was really locking up my PC a lot. So hopefully we can get back into the swing of it, because I remember you guys were really enjoying that game. Alright, that's it for me. Ooh, big stretch. Crack my back. If it's daytime where you are, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. And until next I see ya, take care of yourselves. Wash your face, brush your teeth, eat good food. I mean, there's a lot of snow here, so I don't know about touching grass, but maybe get a little bit of exercise or something, get some fresh air. And otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye-bye! Bye-bye-bye-bye!